Welcome everyone to another episode of Anime Declassified, where today we have a very special guest. He is one of the founders of the upcoming CyphaCon convention located over in Lake Charles, Louisiana. They started this event back in 2010 and they have been going strong ever since. The guest relations director, Mr. Garrett Manuel. How are you doing today, my friend?
I am doing fantastic. How you guys doing?
Great. So I guess just a quick little question, how does someone go about funding just a general convention?
So let's just put it this way. The first 7 or 8 years were pretty much just, roll of the dice and hope to God we make it work. Actually, the first 3 or 4 years, between 4 or 5 of us, we funded it out of our own pockets. We really didn't make any much money back to pay us back until 2019. We were finally able to start paying everybody back for the work they did back then. Most of the people had left, and it was just me and one other guy. So yeah, it's not a luxurious job.
Mhm.
It's literally a roll of the dice. In our case, we have been building slowly over the years, and we have achieved what we wanted to achieve back when we started. But you don't rush it. You got to let it happen naturally. Sorry if you're losing my voice, man. The allergies down here in Louisiana is horrible.
Not a worry.
But to answer your question, no. It takes a lot of determination, a lot of effort.
Mhm.
In our case, it took a long time to get where we wanted to be. Last year was literally the culmination of everything we ever hoped for. We were a slow burn. We've always imagined us being a big show, and we never let it get to our heads. We took our time. Some cases took a little longer than others, but we always had the vision of making it a community event. That's one thing our show is so different than other big conventions. Is like we are a community. We focus on our area, focus on the city, we focus on the people that are here. We focus on the fans. We focus on our cosplay community. We focus on our gaming community. Focus on the sci-fi community. We focus on the people that love us and want to come back every year. And that's, I think, what makes us a little different than other cons that want to just make it like, oh, we're coming in for a couple weekends and we're leaving. Make our money and leave. No,
Right.
we want a relationship with the people that come into our event. We want them to understand, like, this isn't for us, it's for y'all. And I think that's what is finally, after almost a decade of doing this, has finally reached the masses, that we are not like a fly-by-night, come in, do your show, and leave. No, we want you to understand that this show is about you. We want you to understand that it is about the community. And money's great. It keeps us going. But ultimately, in my heart, I want y'all to feel like you are here and having a good time. And if we do a show that's worthy of y'all coming back, then so be it.
So to kind of echo off of Garrett, because last year was my first CyphaCon ever, if you can believe it, Garrett. I know I've known you for years, but
Yep.
last year was my first time. And I gotta say, I couldn't stop telling my friends over the weekend, I can't believe how community-driven this is. I mean, you guys have grassroots advertisements with your local non-nerdy, non-anime, sci-fi related companies. Y'all have promotions with restaurants in the area. Y'all have... It just feels like when we come to CyphaCon, to me it feels like we're coming home to something. And that's a nice feeling to have gotten in my first year going. Because I'll tell you, I've been going to conventions more of my life than I haven't. And I don't see that kind of feeling extremely often with the con, like I do with this one. I would say you and MechaCon and a couple of others not in our area are the ones that do that the best. So that's
I
always
will
been my
say
favorite
it.
part of it.
I will thank you for saying that, because that means a lot to me. It really does, because that's exactly what we want y'all to understand. This area, after all we've been through in the last couple of years, the community is what makes it work. In fact, tonight I had a conversation with one of the business owners, and we have an arrangement every year for certain things, and he goes, I'm just going to be honest with you. I want to do more this year. You tell me what you want, and I'll give it to you. I did not ask for this. I did not ask for anybody to come toward me. I offer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is a unique experience in this town where you find businesses that give a damn about you, they care about you, and they understand what you bring to the table. A key business is one of our favorites, is McFarland's, which is the Celtic pub. And if you've ever been there, you will understand the family that runs it knows where we are coming from. They are 100%, actually 120% behind us. They understand that business is mutual. They actually sponsor and pay for our badges every year that you get to take home with you, a souvenir. But they also understand that it could be good for them. So what did we do on the back of the badges? If you come to CyphaCon, you'll understand this. At the pub, there's a coupon on the back of the badges. You can get one of 3 appetizers with an entree if you have this badge till the end of the year. That is literally 8 months from start to finish that you can take advantage of this, coupon. There is no business in town that would do this other than them. No, and they know the value that we bring to them. They know the value of community. They know what it means to be a part of a geek world. They know what it feels like to be a part of an event that is like no other in town, and they will get the biggest benefit. They are part of our pub crawls. They are part of they are literally a part of our extended family. And like you said, when you come here, you're experiencing something like no other convention has, and that's the feeling we want y'all to have when you come here. We're not like other conventions. We're not like corporate conventions. We are a fan-run bunch of geeks that do not get paid for what we're doing. We do this for the love of fandom, the love of community. And that is why we strive to be better than other people. And we will never say we're better than other people, but we strive to be better. It's only the people that attend our event, people that understand where we're at, that get what we're doing. And when they understand that, they understand what we're trying to do. Speaking of MechaCon, I went the final year they were there because I never could go before because of my old job, and it just so happened my new job was better than my other one, and they let me have time off. Mecha felt like what you were describing. It felt like home. It was a community. It was people that got what they were trying to do. It was never about the money. It was about those that were around you, those that gave a damn about what you were trying to do. That was what I feel like a convention should feel like if you're a homegrown convention. And I know I'm going on rambling it in about, but that's how you described it, and that's how we're feeling. Yeah, we would love to make all the money in the world, and we will, and we would love that. But the money goes back into the convention. We bring you better guests. We bring you more entertainment. It all goes back into an experience that you're going to enjoy the year after. And that's been my key philosophy with everybody here. Give back. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you saying the first time you coming and you feeling this way, it made me feel good. People that run these things need to hear that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of negativity out there. And, you and many other people saying that boost us up when we're feeling down and we're like, we don't know how it's going to go. We don't know if it's going to work out. But hearing that makes us feel a lot better, pushes a little harder. So yeah, I appreciate the kind words. Anything and everything we can do to make you guys feel like you're home is what we're going to strive for.
Definitely, and we really do appreciate all the work you put into this, Garrett, because we here at Anime Secrets understand the struggles you guys go through as a convention organizer, convention staff to put this on, especially a convention that still follows the old model of nonprofit, put everything back in the community, which is very different. I mean, you said it yourself. It's very different from how the for-profit conventions run, and I love that so much for y'all.
Mm-hmm. As someone who's been to both smaller and larger conventions, while the spectacle of some of the pretty cool to experience, there's just something about some of the smaller ones that you know makes you feel a lot more closer in terms of the people that you go with or the people you meet. It feels like a community coming together, and your community is one that I'm seeing here is experiencing constant growth, and it seems like what you guys are doing is paying off as kind of the growth you guys are going or have gone through is pretty impressive. Has that been a little bit more overwhelming in terms of like organizing it or, ensuring that the things go off without a hitch?
So to answer that question, yes, it is a little bit more overwhelming. We thought last year we were going to do really good. We had 3 years. We've been promoting for 2 years. People saw us coming out. We were great. Did we anticipate the crowd we had? No. But were we ready to accept the crowd we got? Yes. The expansion of the convention, the way we did it last year, was the reason why, and other multiple reasons. First, we rebranded. I'm sorry if I'm slurring because I am freaking tired, guys. I've been up for 24 hours.
You're good, my guy.
So we rebranded last year, and if people noticed us, we rebranded with CyphaCon Lake Charles in the logo.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, we did not understand why nobody came here. There's only one Lake Charles in this country.
Mm-hmm.
If you advertise in Texas and Louisiana, you know where it's at. Cool. That was a big change. We also completely rebuilt our website from scratch. Built it completely up from the ground up, brighter, faster, more beautiful, more information. And then we advertised more. We spent more money last year than we ever have before other than this year, on grassroots. Flyers, posters, Facebook, just letting people know we're around. And just that little bit of effort literally gave us, I think we had 3,700 tickets sold last year, and the majority were weekend passes. We literally doubled our attendance for 2019 in 3 years. Now, we also have to admit that 3 years off, people were hungry to get out there and do a convention. That helped.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we focused on community and letting people know who we were, why we were here. And I singularly think that is the biggest aspect that caught people's eyes. Yes, the advertising, the logo, everything, like we're matured. Like we're not like we were before. We're definitely a different kind of company. But we wanted people to know, like, hey, we're here, but we're the same, but we're better.
Mm-hmm.
Organizing it last year, yeah, it stressed me out a lot because we went into it with virtually no money. After 3 years of no conventions, you're riding into a new event with no money.
Mm-hmm.
We literally exhausted all of our funds to put on that event, and if it didn't work, it didn't work. You know, it was a last ditch effort. As we all know, obviously it was an extremely high successful, convention. Going into this year, I always have the trepidation that we're never going to exceed the year before. That's the way. Not being a pessimist, it's like a realist,
Mm-hmm.
But talking to a few people and talking to the venue, and they were saying, hey, your ticket sales are a little above what they were last year. Makes you feel a little bit better. We've had people calling from all over the country asking for tickets, which has never happened before, by the way. It seems we're doing better than we have. Now, will I see that during that weekend? Yeah. Right now, I'm very cautiously optimistic. You go into an event, you only have one event a year that literally funds you for an entire year. It scares you. It scares me. Not gonna lie, it's very stressful, very, very scary kind of proposition. But when you hold one event a year, people don't understand this. When you hold one event, whatever funding you make that one event is what's going to have to carry you for the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Your bills, anything you have to pay for, storage units, anything like that, you have to pay for them through the year. And if you don't make enough money, who's it fall back on?
Yeah.
Me. Exactly. So when I say I'm grateful for everybody that comes to this con, I mean it. I eternally grateful. The people that understand where we're coming from, people that know me personally, people that don't know me, this is my shout out to the people that do come. Thank you. Because what y'all are doing is keeping us alive to make us have another event that can be bigger and better every year. And all we want to do is provide entertainment to y'all. That's it. I mean, it's a weekend to see your friends. I get to see my friends for rarely once a year. And even if it's only for a few hours, it's a gift. But if I can bring people together that can spend the entire weekend together and get something meaningful out of it and understand that we're doing this for y'all, the community, then I can keep going on and saying, hey, it's worth the stress. I can put it on for another year. Because it ain't about me, it's about y'all. And if the people that know who I am and understand who I am and what I go through,
Mm-hmm.
they'll understand where I'm coming from. And it's not about me, it's about y'all. And if I can push through another year to make it happen, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Because it's special.
Awesome. So, Garrett, we've talked a lot about CyphaCon's goal and kind of mission, but what are some of the biggest things you are excited for to bring this year that we can expect to see next weekend?
So what we did this year was a little bit different. It's actually kind of cool because we brought in almost 7 different bands for our night concerts. So this is a new thing. We have 2 local bands playing on Friday night and a national band playing on Friday night for free. If you have a pass for Friday night or weekend, you can go listen to it for free. Bit Brigade and Bear and the Forest Friends. Bear and the Forest Friends being a local group, which I'm going to tell you right now, you've never heard anything like these guys. Seriously, they're freaking awesome, and you're going to want to hear them on the second night. And then on Saturday night, which is our after party, that is an extra fee event. And the reason we have to do that is because we can't just allow anybody else in there because there's limited space. So you buy a weekend ticket or a Saturday ticket, it's an extra $10. But there are 4 performances starting at 7 o'clock to midnight on the main stage upstairs. We have Bear and the Forest Friends kicking it off. Suzaku 7 is going to be playing. Purikura Panicking. I swear to God, if I mess that up, I'm so sorry. And then Secret Stash, who's a DJ locally, is going to be performing. So we wanted to focus more on local Louisiana, local bands to give a flavor of CyphaCon that no one's seen before. couple other events we're having. We have our pub crawl on Friday night, which is a downtown excitement. You go to each local bar and restaurant downtown, experience the food and the nightlife. It's included in your ticket, of course. You got to pay for the food and drinks, but it's a neat way of going downtown and experiencing the nightlife and the food that's local to us.
Mm-hmm.
We have on a Saturday a charity auction benefiting one of our local museums here in town, which we're gonna have a bunch of awesome items to bid on. And then the biggest thing we have at the CyphaCon is the actual cosplay contest from 4 to 6 on the main stage. And that, along with 75 plus vendors in our vendor hall, close to 100 hours of programming, along with board gaming and tournament gaming happening all weekend long, video gaming tournaments happening all weekend long. I mean, we're and literally meeting your favorite celebrities and getting to meet them. I mean, we're trying to hit every aspect of what a big convention can hit in a small town feeling.
Definitely, and just from how you talked about it, from someone who hasn't really heard of this, got me interested. Got me like, maybe not this year, but if you're so fortunate enough to have it next year, like definitely give it a whirl. I've never been to Louisiana. Checking out kind of a con like this, experiencing, a taste of Louisiana definitely is very intriguing.
Come on down, Miguel. We'll give you some good gumbo.
Oh my God, yeah. There are plenty of restaurants downtown that have plenty of good gumbo, especially this time of the year.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good restaurants in that area. I've been there numerous times over the years.
And now, tickets are readily available for your convention next weekend, right?
Yes, we do not recommend going into a search for CyphaCon tickets. You need to go to our website and do the buy ticket link, because it goes straight to Ticketmaster, which is where the Civic Center box office is set up.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets for the weekend are $65. That's all 3 days. Friday and Sunday are $30. Saturday are $40. Single day 7 to 12-year-old tickets are only $10. Weekends are $15. Anybody under 6 and under are free. We do not believe in charging an astronomical amount for our ticket prices, but we are very competitive in our market for what we are offering.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have some phenomenal guests coming this year. I'm pretty excited to meet a lot of these guys, especially David Fielding. He's one of my favorite actors from the Power Rangers franchise. So having him come out does my tokusatsu heart really well.
We were very lucky to get who we got this year. Mary McDonald replaced Edward James almost immediately after it was announced that he canceled. She was all about it.
Very nice.
We're pulling in Terry Farrell from Deep Space Nine, Lieutenant Dax. We're also pulling in Brianna Vinskas. She's also been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Supergirl, Walking Dead. She's been in a lot of sci-fi series. To answer your question, as far as anime voice actors, we've got a lot of them. I can't even announce all of them because it's too many. The best way to do it, go to CyphaCon.org, go into our tabs and look at our guests, or go to our Facebook page and look at our pinned post. And we've got 27 guests altogether this year. That's including musical artists, you name it. I can't name them all because there's just so many amazing people. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Y'all have a fantastic guest list. I'm excited for next weekend.
For sure. We'll have a link to CyphaCon.org on our channels here where you guys can check out this event, check out the amazing guests that are lined up here. This is all happening next weekend, March 31st through April 2nd, over at Lake Charles Civic Center in Louisiana. Man, we are wishing you all of the luck here, Garrett. Hoping for a successful event for you guys, for sure. And do you have any kind of final notes before we wrap this up?
I just want to say, like I said, I'm very grateful for everybody that shows up to this convention. Y'all literally, everybody that buys a ticket, the money goes back into the event. We literally put the money back into the event. We put our money back into our community. We literally want to keep this going as long as we can. We're the longest running fan-owned convention in the state of Louisiana and outside of Texas. So if you hear this, know that we're dependent on everybody that comes in to the door. Your money goes in a good place. It's all going back to what we want to bring you in the future. That's really what we want you to know. We're not a corporation. We are a business, but all of our money goes back into what we do. And we want the community to know you have a safe, fun place to attend. And, if we screw up, let us know. We're going to fix it. We love criticism when it comes to us. And the thing is, we've had very little in the last few years because we've done everything we can to fix everything we've been asked to fix. And we're open to that. If you have a problem, hey, bring it to me. I'll take care of it. We're going to make it good. That's one thing we pride ourselves about. We don't just ignore people for not having an opinion, but we want you to understand that we are here. We are the only fan-run convention that's this big in Louisiana, and we want y'all to have a good time, especially a 3-day event of this scale. So when I say this, I appreciate everybody that's listening. I appreciate everybody that's going to want to come to this event. Understand this is for y'all. It isn't for me. It isn't for my staff. It isn't for the city of Lake Charles. It's for y'all. You're the reason we're putting this on. You're the reason why we're doing this, and we love doing it. And that's really the singular reason why we do this every year. So we can't wait to see y'all next weekend.
No, for sure. It sounds like it's going to be a blast. Riz, have fun in that place in my stead as well,
I
buddy.
will.
And Garrett, thank you so much for coming on board and answering a few questions for us. We wish you all the best of luck in your con next weekend, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me on tonight.
Not a problem. For Anime Declassified and Miguel, we're signing off.